Megaphone. People really listen to Alan Greenspan.
Well, I was aware a lot of these practices were going on. I had no notion of how significant they had become until very late. I didn't really get it.
He's debasing the dollar, the currency. This is the sacred basis of America. He's debased it horribly. He's a war criminal. I agree with you. He should be taken to The Hague and thrown in jail, without a question of a doubt.
It's crime against humanity.
He's a crime against humanity, or crime against civilization, crime against finance. He's not a financier. He's a charlatan. He's a crook.
Shocking. I'm waiting for one of these banks, whether it's Goldman Sachs or J.P. Morgan or BNP, to announce that they're going to start commoditizing dog poop and trading dog poop futures, because that's all they have on their balance sheet.
They are solvent, and the problems that we had 6 to 9 months ago have disappeared because essentially $5 trillion worth of increased equity is pouring into the economy.
Shares on the dollar, including me, that usually leads to a rally, but I plan to sell that rally. No, the dollar's in serious trouble.
Why?
Well, mainly because we have a horrible balance of trade surplus, and we're the largest debtor nation in the world, and we've got a central bank. You know, we got a man running the central bank who wants to drive the dollar down, is driving the dollar down. He's printing money as fast as he can to save his friends on Wall Street. You've got to get out of the dollar, Maria. It's not going to be a good place to be.
I think not.
Even if you even looked into it?
Well, it's nothing to look into particularly because we knew that there was a number of such practices going on, but it's very difficult for banking regulators to deal with that.
They're inflation hawks, and the U.S. took their eye off the ball. They let the inflation genie out of the bottle, and now you're going to have massive inflationary depression in the United States, and you're going to have an incredible social unrest.
I think not.
Even if you even looked into it?
Well, it's nothing to look into particularly because we knew that there was a number of such practices going on, but it's very difficult.
Where do you think you made a mistake?
I made a mistake in presuming that the self-interest of organizations, specifically banks and others, was such as that they were best capable of protecting their own shareholders.
What is the proper relationship? What should be the proper relationship between the chairman of the Fed and the president of the United States?
Well, first of all, the Federal Reserve is an independent agency, and that means basically that there is no other agency of government which can overrule actions that we take. So long as that is in place and there is no evidence that the administration or the Congress or anybody else is requesting that we do things other than what we think is the appropriate thing, then what the relationships are don't frankly matter. And
he's debasing the dollar, the currency. This is the sacred basis of America. He's debased it horribly. He's a war criminal. I agree with you. He should be taken to The Hague and thrown in jail, without a question of a doubt.
It's crime against humanity.
He's a crime against humanity, or crime against civilization, crime against finance. He's not a financier. He's a charlatan. He's a crook.